What up? Top of the top. What up? I see everybody here ready. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Good morning. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing? Happy to see y'all. Hopefully everybody had a good day yesterday. Had a good rest. I see y'all up this morning. I've been up here scrambling, trying to get stuff together the last minute, but we here. Salute to everybody that's here. What's up? Wax Dog, what's popping? Saying God. Grown Man P in the building. Grown Man Talk is the channel. John Shaft, what's good? I seen some people slide in. Y'all slid in when I wasn't around, but you know what I'm saying? I see you, Seven God. Good morning, Rondell. What's up? What's popping? Peace to everybody. Danielle Walker, what's up? Good morning. We back at it again. These days are flying. Every time I turn around, it's time to get up. 24 hours, it ain't enough no more. It's not. Yeah, but anyway, man, I'm happy to see y'all. This is the time when we come together and we do what we do. And hopefully everybody leave with something. Right now, we're going to talk about some important topics. And some of it is just what's going on in the world today. So stay tuned and, pay attention. And definitely it's the Photo Fame Live episode 165. And CARDI.B is saying that she's a prisoner of her own fame. I was just talking about this yesterday. Y'all know. And let me tell you something else. I don't be tooting my own horn. I just be trying to show people that we in the loop, that when you pay attention to what's going on, you'll see everything will play out. That's all I'm trying to tell you, man. When you got eyes to see, you're going to see. I was just talking about this yesterday. CARDI.B came out and said she's a prisoner of fame. And we're going to get into that thing called fame. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into what CARDI.B is actually talking about. Or we're going to see if CARDI.B is really just complaining because she knows she signed her soul. We're going to get into it. I'm also going to get into Kanye West is being sued by a pastor. But the thing he being sued over is he used some of the pastor's sermon. He used it in one of his songs on Donda, and he didn't get permission. So now we in a time where even though it was the word, allegedly, the pastor is suing for Kanye West using the word. In other words, AKA the pastor want his money. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have with it, right? It ain't about the word getting out, because you know some pastors might feel like however the word got to get out, that's how the word got to get out. No, this pastor want his money. He's suing Kanye. And another story, which is it's a big story, but it's kind of deep, and it's how a 14-year-old girl is being charged with aggravated murder charges after she killed her dad. And I'm gonna get into why she killed her dad. But it's said that the father was abusive and he was bringing hell to the family. And they're trying to say this young girl is a hero and she might beat the case. So this is some of the stuff that's going on. I'm also going to touch on a few other things. I don't know how long this episode going to be, but I'm going to touch on some other things. Like, I'm going to break down how I tried to bring unity and it didn't work. I want to break that down. I'm going to get into how I tried to bring unity. You know what I'm saying? I try to lead by example. Yeah, we all indulge in foul activity, BS activity, clowning. But I actually did try to bring unity, and guess what? It didn't work. So when I tell you that people would never come together, I know what I'm talking about. I tried it on the street. I tried it on every level. Man, I tried it online. It ain't going to work. So I don't want people to think I'm acting a certain way or I'm moving a different way And I don't want nobody to think I got no hate, but I'm going to explain how I show everybody love and I try to bring everybody together. But somehow you're going to see how some hate always going to come through the door. That's just what it is. Because niggas love to hate. And I ain't mad. That's what niggas going to do till they die. They're going to hate. Be mad. For all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But I got to talk about that because the point is I did actually try to bring unity to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I tried to bury the hatchet. I tried to, y'all heard me playing Peacemaker. Yo, squash this with that person, squash that with this one. Yo, because I seen the big picture, but people ain't see what I was seeing. So now I got to use my own vision. That's all it is. Simple and plain. Also, I'm going to be talking about how Phase on Love. Y'all know Big Worm. Big Worm made a statement, and the statement he made is kind of true because he said that all of the actors he basically said all of the actors that were on Empire are cursed. He said that Empire had the juju on it. And basically no one prospered after the show Empire. He kind of got a point. And I'm going to be talking about that. Nate the Great, what's up? What's up, Juicy? What up? So I'm going to be chopping up some things. We're going to talk about it. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to be, but the show will go on, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to chop it up. So you already know, it's the For No Fame Live, episode 165, and we back at it again. All right. Miss CARDI.B. All right, here we go again. Now, I'm not going to go hard on Cardi because that's not my purpose to go hard on CARDI.B. But the point is, we got to keep it solid. We living in a world of hypocrites. We living in a world of bag chasing. People want to be rich. They want Lamborghini trucks, Ferraris, big mansions. But little do they know, some of those mansions become their own penitentiary. Those mansions become their prison. You dig? Everybody wants the finer things in life till they get them and they find out that certain things come with a price. So we know that Cardi.B, on one hand, she gloats. On one hand, she brags. On one hand, it's good to be a celebrity. Like I told people, 1 minute people like to gloat when they're in the gang, but then when the reality of the gang sets in, they don't want to gangbang no more. When you sign up for the gang, you already know what you're taking. You know what you're getting into. You know what come with it. But guess what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to just say this simple and plain. This is something a lot of people never knew. You don't join the gang if you ain't ready to die. You see? Some of us that when we was when we came under certain umbrellas, we was already ready to die because we was already destined to die before then. We was never scared of death anyway. Same thing with jail. Some people already got in the gang. They already knew the consequence of jail. They already knew the reality of what they was getting into. But I say the past over 10 years, people have been getting in gangs because it's been fashionable. I call them fashion bloods, fashion crips. It looks cute. It looks good. It makes you look like something that you're not. It's a fad. It's trendy. And many people have used gang activity to make it seem like they solid. This has been going on for a long time. I'm not going to keep talking about this. People have been exploiting gang culture forever because it's profitable. But they don't want to deal with the exact gang banging activity. And this ain't about gang banging. This is just about, I'm showing you a pattern of people that get into stuff, and then when shit get real, they don't want to be a part of it no more. They want all of the benefits that come with it. But when it's time to pay the piper, they don't want to pay up. And mind you, they already knew what they had to do when they got with the program. So this is why we don't respect certain things. This is why we don't respect snitches. This is why we don't respect so many different things, because you know what it is you signed up for. And then somehow lately it's been mad excuses made. People cop pleas, they cry, they fucking back, all type of stuff. So with Cardi B, all I'm saying is she's claiming now that she's a prisoner of her own fame. That's why I try to tell you, you gotta watch out what you look, you gotta know what you're looking for. Because you get what you ask for. And how many times you heard with fame come a price? Now, I'm gonna get into this some more. Cardi B says she's a prisoner of fame. And they said she broke down on IG Live. Cardi went on IG Live Tuesday and let it all out, saying she feels like a prisoner of fame and that she has not been able to be herself since 2014. Now, that's almost 10 years. Cardi says she too had once a dream to be rich and famous, but tells them that fame just ain't worth it. And this happened after the Met Gala, the Met Gala fashion show in New York City yesterday in Babylon. And you see in that picture right there, you see Cardi B attending the ritualistic fashion show where all the celebrities go. I'm gonna get into this because it's different dimensions of this right here. It's different dimensions. Now, she says she has not been able to be herself since 2014. So right there, that means she's been being fake. That she's telling you right there, she has been fake. She has not been able to be herself. Who was Cardi B? The chick from the Bronx. Y'all know how she came out on Love and Hip Hop? That was the real Cardi. But she's straight up telling you she has not been able to be herself. So that means she's been what? Living a fake life. But that ain't the point. That's the life you got to live when you become a celebrity. Not when you get money, not when you become rich. We know it's a lot of rich people that's not famous. It's when you become famous. We also know that one of her main marketing schemes when she came out was blood. Very, very bloody. Videos with gang signs, homies all around. Most of them homies locked up now too. But that's how she came out, waving a red flag. A lot of people helped her get where she was at. As soon as she got in position, what happened? She got rid of them. She ran Atlanta, ran the Offset. Well, you know what she was doing, or maybe you didn't. So I'm going to give her a little bit of pass. Maybe she didn't know how deep she was getting into because she was unaware on what really goes on in the world. But she's saying she's a prisoner of fame. Now let's get into that prisoner of fame. And I already talked about this. Now, the same material things that you chase and obtain are the same material things you could become a slave to. And we already know that. You can move in a certain crib. You can obtain a certain car and the bills are so fucking high. All you do is work and come home and pay them bills. You work, come home, pay them bills. Now, guess what? You stuck in the crib every day. You can't go nowhere. Why? Because your money ain't right. You can't do nothing but sit in the house. That's on a low level. Now, on a high level, she got all the money in the world, but she can't go out and do as she please because what? Everywhere she goes, she's going to get harassed. Not only that, the industry, the powers that be that pay her, Atlantic Records, they're going to tell her what she can and can't do, period. If she want to go to the Bronx right now, she's going to have to get that okayed. Like I said, if she want to go to the Bronx right now and say she want to pull up with a car full of $1 million cash and start handing out money in the streets, she got to get permission before she do that. So a lot of people don't know that. You can't just be doing certain things. You know why? Because she's an asset. She signed the contract, and guess what? They own her ass. And she must do as she is told. That's how it works. So that's how you become a prisoner of your own fame. You know why? Because somebody else made you famous. Remember, somebody ain't always going to make you rich, but somebody most of the time makes you famous. And it's called putting that camera in your face. It's called marketing schemes. It's called promotion. Different entities and machines go behind these people to make them famous. The money don't make you famous. It's the shenanigans and things you do of putting yourself in front of the camera. And I'm not even lying to you. This was told to me by a wise man. Like, when people claim like they for the hood and they for the people and they all this, that, and the third, and they righteous and they conscious, like a wise man once said, once they get in front of that camera, it's over for them. And that's how we know a lot of people, once they on that camera, they're already sold out. And I'm talking about once you on that big screen, once you under them big corporations, once you start seeing them on the Breakfast Club, man, 9 times out of 10, they sold out already. Once you see them on NBC, all of that, they already sold out. When you see them on the national TV, they already sold out. Because that's where the fame comes in at, and the powers that be control those networks. They control those cameras. So I'm going to get into something real quick, and I'm going to show you now either Cardi.B was unaware or she is being a hypocrite. Because what you're looking at in this picture of Cardi.B, that is a picture, the imagery of the whore of Babylon, a.k.a. the queen of heaven. That's who she is portraying in that picture, the whore of Babylon. But guess what? She been portraying that picture. I told, whenever you seen the woman and she got the stomach, the pregnant stomach showing, you see how all these celebrities made it a point to show they pregnancy stomach. When you was raised not to show your stomach, when they show the stomach, that represents the whore of Babylon. Symbolic to the same Statue of Liberty you see sitting in the water. The same thing. That's the same thing on her head. Now, for those that are slow and don't comprehend, I'm going to give you a little lesson on what's going on with the whore of Babylon. You dig? And she is from New York City, and we know that New York City is called what? Babylon. Now check this out. This is the whore of Babylon. Now, tell me that that's not Cardi.B right there. Now, this is an occultic symbol. All right? This is dealing with dark side energy. This is what they deal with. So I'm going to teach something today. This is the image they made her portray. Now, when she says she's a prisoner, you got to understand, we pretty sure they making her wear this. They making her do this. Why you think she got Grammys and awards for promoting horror music, whorish music, whorish behavior, being ignorant, being stupid? That was her job. That's what she gets paid for. The thing is, did she know that, or was she being used for a pawn? That is the question. See that? Now look at her face right there. Does her face look? She kind of look baffled. She kind of looks sad. She kind of look like she being extorted. She kind of look like she's made to do that. But the point of the matter is she has reaped all of the benefits of the game and what that fame has brought her. You heard about who controls the industry and who makes who stars and who what. We heard how some people get what? Blackballed. Some people get made stars or other. They all are disposable. That's why when Nicki ain't act right, they'll put Cardi in her place. Cardi don't act right, they'll get Megan Thee Stallion. They're always going to get somebody to play whatever role they need them to play. You dig? But right there, she represents the whore of Babylon. They've been doing rituals all week. That's why they had the Met Gala fashion show. But all of these fashion shows, all these little things they do are just slick get-togethers for them to come together and do their rituals, do their thing. You dig? See each other face to face. They might ain't see each other in a while. These are call-ins for them to come together. So this woman says that she has not been herself since 2014. What is she actually saying? What does she mean? She's a slave to her own fame. She's a prisoner. A prisoner is a slave. That's why when you break the 13th Amendment, you go back into slavery. It's written in stone. You are a prisoner. When you go to jail, you're a prisoner, aka a slave. When you're a prisoner of your fame, you're a slave of your fame. It goes the same thing. If they call her any time of the night, she got to get up out of bed and do what she told. That's why a lot of people that do make it in the game become celebrities. We think they being fake. A lot of times they don't want to be fake. They don't mean to be fake. Sometimes they got to be fake because they took an oath and they pledge allegiance to somebody else and the one that cuts they check. And they only can be so real with you. But we're going to look at this because, you know, she knows she's a prisoner of fame. She knows she's a mental slave. Or was she cool to play the game when it's beneficial? And when you see her with the Lamborghini trucks, having the kids, and showing this, that, and the third, see, they do all that to make themselves feel better. Like for those that heard my second episode, I told y'all that a peace of mind is free. Now, can we say Cardi.B has a peace of mind? No, she don't. So therefore, she is not free, no matter how much money she got. I don't care if these niggas show you racks from the floor to the ceiling. They still ain't free. They still ain't happy. Most of their whole life, they got to live in the crib, hiding out. She knows she from the Bronx. She missed the feeling of being able to walk into the corner store bodega and get her a hero, a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Get her son a drink. She missed that. Don't get it messed up. She want to be able to sit on the stoop. She want to be able to walk down the block, get love from the hood. Because that's where she come from. Now she live in a world where none of that don't exist, but she is representing the whore of Babylon or the queen of heaven, aka Satan's daughter. That's what she's representing right there. See that? That's the image she's portraying. And it's many more pictures. It's many more different symbolism of what she's looking like. But this is how they use her for a pawn to bring forth that imagery or to bring forth that energy. Also look at her hands. So Cardi.B, she been sold out and she did sell out. Thing is, she don't want to sell out no more. And once they start talking like that, like I said, she better hope they don't say she slept too long one day. But that's what she represents. And my point is this: when you get that fame, they control your life after that, period. Why you think it's been so many look at all your favorite celebrities that were famous and big. Most of them got a suspicious death around them, right? Because they turn your lights on and they turn your lights off whenever they get ready. Not when they get ready, that's what happened. Because that's what you signed up for. When you take an oath, when you align yourself with something, oath, contract, same thing, don't matter. It's playing with words. You locked in. And you got to know what come with that. What you heard. You heard it before, right? Bring you in, take you out. That's how it works. You're not going to just come in this circle, get all these millies, get hundreds of millions of dollars and think you're just going to do what you want to do. Don't you know where that money come from? That money come from that man himself. So don't start crying. Don't complain now. Because now you have no protection. You are vulnerable. So half the stuff we hear about them is true. So my point is this. Now Cardi.B could be crying for help. This could be a cry for help. But anyway, it's too late. Because she said she had a dream to be rich and famous. That's why you got to watch what you dream for. Being rich and famous is nothing to dream. It's nothing to dream. It's not a dream. It's no. If you become rich, that's a good thing. If you become famous, that's good. But that's nothing to dream about. It's nothing to wish for. You're supposed to wish for good health, your family straight, a good mind state, and the rest will come. So what sense does it make when you get all of that fame and you can't even enjoy it? Now let's look. Do most people, once they get that fame, are they able to enjoy it? But the music executives, you don't know half of them niggas. You don't know half of the music execs. I mean, you don't even know them. They the rich ones that cut the check. They the ones behind the scenes. They the ones that they the ones that get them the money. You don't even know how none of them look. They can still walk around. You can go to the grocery store and it could be a rich executive right there with you with a baseball cap on and chilling. You don't even know who you think that person regular. They got on some regular jeans. Because that's how I live. They didn't ever want to be famous. They just want to be rich. So I'm going to get rich off making other people famous. And they know that people from the urban hood, people from a certain background, They're always going to want to be rich and famous. So therefore, they're always going to be able to dangle. They're always going to be able to put that stake in front of you, and you're going to chase it. They can wave them car keys in front of you. You're going to break dance. They already know this. That's why when you look at the hood is nothing but really a breeding ground for talent for rich people. Where they get all their basketball stars from? Where the football stars come from? Don't they all got the same story? Man, I grew up struggling. I ain't have nothing. All I did was have basketball. They all got the same story. They know that pressure make diamonds. The pressure in the hood creates the talent. The talent is created, and then the powers that be come to the hood and handpick that talent, like when they handpicking blood diamonds from the dirt in Africa. See, the blood diamonds and the diamonds are in the hood. They apply pressure to pick the best of the best, because that pressure sometimes pushes this talent. Oh, nigga in the project struggling, he fucked up. That nigga becomes nice at the rap. Because when he in that crib and looking out that window, he want to get out the hood. He's gonna write some marvelous bars. He's gonna write, his vision is gonna give him the best vision he can have, because he's trying to get out the hood. So his pen game gonna get sick. Oh, the same young boy that got the basketball, he tired of going home, nothing to eat. He spent most of his time on the court practicing his jump shot, practicing his dribble. He's trying to get out the hood. And they know this. They know this. This is a formula for their success. And they've been doing it since the beginning of time, when they go to the hood and handpick talent. And then what you always hear, this person got jerked, that person got jerked, because they know you want to be famous, but they want to be rich. So they're going to come to the hood and get you so they can make you famous, and they're going to be rich. How they going to make you famous? Put your ass in front of the camera. Put you at all these different venues. Meanwhile, they're the ones going to the bank. Meanwhile, then they're going to tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get a percentage. And then you're going to be locked in for 5 years. And I'm going to eat up your ass for 5 years, whether you like it or not. If you go against the grain, I'm going to sue your ass. Or you might just end up sleep somewhere. That's how the game works. But people ain't figured out yet. So it's been going on. This ain't nothing new. It's nothing new. But people still don't want to comprehend a price come with fame. You might as well say fame eventually equals death. Because that's why when you die, you become what? More famous. That's how it works. So once again, I'm going to show you. Cardi.B is miserable right now. She says she's a prisoner of her fame. They said she was going in on IG Live. And also, it was a fight at the Met Gala yesterday. It was a fight. I seen Nicki barking on somebody. It was a fight there too. It was nothing but bad energy there. You dig? And guess what? Out of all the states, all the 50 states, they was in New York City, which some people say is Babylon. If you don't believe it's Babylon, then you explain what is that Statue of Liberty sitting in that water with that pregnant stomach. Some people, man, people gotta know what's going on. But I'm gonna show you one more time for those that didn't see it. This is who Cardi representing right here, man. This is the whore of Babylon. You Google it, you look it up, whore of Babylon, you're going to see different images of this. That's the same image of the Statue of Liberty, it's just remixed. We're dealing with signs and symbols. So Cardi.B whining right now, it's too late. You done bought too many mansions. You done flossed too much and did a whole lot. So that's what it is. But she's saying she's a prisoner of her fame. Now, she could be crying out for help. Either way, she got to take what comes with the game. So I'm about to move right along to the next story. And the next story is Kanye West. Now, Kanye West is being sued by a pastor. A pastor of a church is suing Kanye because he used one of his sermons on Donda. Yeezy sampled the man without his permission. Bishop David Paul Moten, who claims Kanye filled out the whole song Come to Life, the song is called Come to Life, with audio of Moten's own religious speech. and he sampled it for 70 seconds and played it throughout the song. The pastor says it is the latest example of Kanye and the music industry sampling people material without permission. Basically sampling people's material without permission. He's suing UMG Records, he's suing Def Jam, he's suing Good Music. So basically the pastor ain't playing. Now, I've never seen a pastor sue somebody. You did? What's up, American Links? The pastor is suing him for using his sermon. Now, I always thought the word had to get out. However it get out, the word got to get out. But this pastor knows it's all about money. That's why some of them pass the plates and they collect the envelopes. But this pastor, he's suing Kanye West because he's not feeling the fact that Kanye West took his sermon and just put it in a song. So now Kanye West is being sued. It just tripped me out when I heard the fact of the pastor suing somebody over his sermon. But his sermon comes from the scriptures. So I didn't know it was a price on the scripture. But I get it. The pastor wants to get paid for his voice. Maybe he wants to take that money and donate it to the church. I don't know. But it's just weird. It was funny to me when I seen that the pastor was suing for using his sermon. And I was just like, man, I thought the word was supposed to get out however it get out. But he's not playing. He's suing Kanye. He's suing Def Jam. He's suing Good Music. And in my opinion, he let it slide for a little while so he could sue him in the end. That's how you get sued. They'll let you sample them. People will let you sample them, but they actually will wait till you get more traction, till you get more money off that album, and then they'll wait to sue you. Some people will wait a whole year to sue you. Some people will wait 2 years to sue your ass because they want that song to blow up. They want you to make all that revenue. Because if I try to sue you too quick, I ain't going to get nothing. If I let you rock with that song or what you stole, then that bag go up. Then when I sue your ass, I got you. So a lot of time people will let you sample them and they won't say nothing. That's been going on for years too. You got people that's rich or suing people for stealing their samples. And they say Kanye West is a master of stealing samples. They did say that. But this pastor, Bishop David Paul Moten, he claims Kanye West jacked his sermon and used it in a song for 70 seconds and kept looping it. You did? So he's suing them. But really what we seeing, man, really at the end of the day, man, like I said, we watching the whole fall of all of this entertainment stuff, really. Like all this entertainment stuff is really getting played out, man. It's really what I'm not gonna say it's getting played out, but I'm gonna say the powers that be starting to cut their water off. I say that. They're starting to cut their water off, man. And they gotta work extra harder for what they got. And they actually are changing the genres of music. They changing a lot of things. What's helping the vision? What's good? They changing a lot of things. You dig? They restructuring things right in our face because they understand a lot of people got rich and got too much power and got besides themselves. So, they got to fall too. And like I was trying to tell people, I didn't do it. They did it. They made the celebrities the icons. That's why they call icons and avatars. What happens to the celebrities eventually happens to you because they use them to control you. So they got to do certain examples on them and make them do certain things because they want you to do it. People that understand that game. So it's not about no celebrity. It's about understanding what they got them doing. Because when they do it to the rich and famous people, you got to understand when you poor and you struggling and you only got a little bit, man, you ain't got a chance. That's what they be trying to tell you. You did? They use them as the pawns. Yes, they are the pawns, but they are the pawns that you're going to follow. So whatever we make the celebrities do, man, the people going to do. And that's how it works. Now, we done seen this over and over again. It's called what? Predictive programming. If I show you something and it goes in your brain, eventually you're going to do it. And you're going to do it and don't even know why you're doing it. Predictive programming. When they tell you what's about to happen before it happened. And then you say, oh, man, they did. Man, that was in a movie. Man, I heard that in a song. No, it's called predictive programming. To give you a better example of what predictive programming is, which y'all already know, The Simpsons. You know how everybody ran to the Simpsons, said, man, the Simpsons had this and they had that in it. They told us this. That's called predictive programming. They sat in a room, they wrote what? Scripts, and they said, this is what we're going to put in it. Because one day this is going to come to fruition, because we already know we're going to pull this trick on their dumb ass, and we're going to put it in the cartoon first. And we're going to put it here, and then when it plays out, they're going to say, man, that was in the cartoon. But they already had it planned for you in real life. They just put it in the cartoon first to see if you was going to catch it and to deal with predictive programming. That's what starts the effect of what monkey see, monkey do. What you think that saying come from? Monkey see, monkey do. You show something to a monkey in the lab, the monkey going to do the same thing. You see how they teach the monkey to scratch their head, scratch under their arm. Well, they do the same thing on human beings. They show you something and you do it. And it happens. It works every time. It works every time. How they do it. Man, you get the biggest icon. You get the biggest rapper. You get the biggest celebrity. Whatever you want them to do, you do it. Okay, let's break it down. We talk about, for those who talk about niggas that wear skinny jeans and tight jeans, who are some of the first people you seen with tight jeans? Was it not Lil Wayne, Jim Jones, certain people? Remember Lil Wayne was getting critiqued for wearing jeggings? Remember? When it wasn't popular? Do y'all remember? All right. Once Lil Wayne started growing his dreads out, coloring his hair jeggings, did not the whole world start doing the same thing? When Lil Wayne put that red flag out his pocket, did not blood activity turn up to a whole nother level? Jim Jones, same two niggas, did the same thing. They started wearing Rockstar jeans. They started wearing chains. They started wearing, you know what I'm saying, blood flags. Did the whole world not follow suit? To this day, do niggas still not wear skinny jeans? But who started the skinny jeans? So y'all forget, that was predictive programming. That started about what, like 2007, 2008? Remember everybody was tripping when Lil Wayne had on the tight jeggings and he had on the cheetah print jeggings? See, people forget. But now we say the young boys got on tight. But that was predictive programming. They've been put that out there. Now, don't get it wrong. You got straight leg, you got skinny jeans. You got different levels. But we know for a fact it's men that been wearing their pants tighter than women and showing their ass, because that became a new cleavage a couple of years ago when they was promoting certain agendas. But you seen it first on who? Your favorite rappers. Or I'm not just going to say your favorite rapper. They'll use the biggest, whatever biggest rapper at that time. If they want to push something, they're going to get him to do it. Right now, if the biggest artists right now cut their hair off and start going bald, niggas going to start going bald again. Like back in the day. When Tupac was bald, mad niggas was bald. Onyx. You had niggas, everybody was rocking the bald head. That's how it worked, predictive programming. When you see a nigga of a certain caliber put pink colors in his hair, blue, green, you see a celebrity do it, what you see in the street. Niggas in the hood start putting pink and blue, and it's predictive programming, the same thing. For the women, you see that top-notch celebrity, she got the plastic surgery. Next thing you know, you running a Dr. Miami. Predictive programming. Whatever they want you to do, all they got to do is get a celebrity to do it. You're going to do it. When you see a celebrity doing a challenge, whatever challenge they do, you're going to do it. It's simple, man. It's not even hard. It's not mathematics. It's called monkey see, monkey do. But it's also called predictive programming. Man, that's how the world runs. So my point is, we can sit here and blame everybody, but people do what they want to do. And some people like to follow. That's why some people are bosses, some people are leaders, and some people are sheep. That's what it is. And some people are shepherds. Period. So, to each his own. But that's what it is with predictive programming. So just like when you see, let's be real. When we look at Cardi.B right here, does she not look like a robot? Look at her face. She looks like a robot. She look like she's doing it, but she really don't want to do it. She look like your child when you make your child get dressed and take a picture because y'all about to go to church or something. That's how she look. Like a child being told what to do. Because she represents the whore of Babylon, whether she knows it or not. It's CARDI.B right there. You dig? That's how it works. She's a prisoner of her own self. She knows it. She's tired, and she's tired of it. So I had to go back to that because I'm gonna show you how all this stuff is planned and programmed. But guess what? You got to take the bait. And people keep taking the bait. But the reason why I'm saying is because Babylon is falling. And guess what? Everything we see around us is really starting to crumble. And everything is coming to an end, whether you like it or not. That's it. So you can worry about this, worry about that, but you got to worry about yourself right now. I'm telling you. That's where we at with it. Ain't nobody going to save your ass. So when I see a Kanye West getting sued by a pastor, I'm relating all this together. It's showing you anytime the pastor got to sue somebody, man, he need his money too. So even the pastor ain't just standing on the word. He ain't saying, oh, that man making my word go worldwide. We waking people up to the word of the Lord. He don't care about that. I need my money. Because he understand that word is going to fall upon a lot of deaf ears anyway through the form of hip hop. So that pastor said, I just want my check. I don't care. I'm suing all y'all. So that when I see signs like that, those are signs of the last day. Those are signs that things are falling. I'm trying to understand what's going on. Why you think you don't see Reverend Al Sharpton no more? That nigga been on TV. He ain't with none of that no more. He ain't even trying to perpetrate in the church no more. And y'all know during C-19, they couldn't wait to shut the church down. Had people outside in parking lots in their car, all type of stuff. They did whatever they had to do to keep you out of that what? Out of that temple. They kept you out of that temple. They kept you out of getting that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want you congregating in that building, getting no energy. So they been shut that down. So since then, even more people turned their backs. So that's how they do it. Brooklyn Guapo, what up? So my point is this. I'm not preaching tonight. I'm just putting all this stuff together to show you what time it is and where we at right now. And it's all my opinion. So some people looking for somebody to save them, or they looking for some type of guidance that's not going to happen. So my point is also this. Yeah, a lot of y'all know the truth. A lot of y'all got the answers. You know about these things, but what are you actually doing to structure your life around all of this? So that's all I'm saying. We living in a world of sin right now, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to go to this next topic, which applies to the same world we living in. A 14-year-old girl smoked her dad. She drilled her dad. She put him in the ground. You dig? Now, this story right here is kind of different because it's a lot of lessons within it, because long story short, now, like I said, that's another thing, how you can tell the times we in. You can tell the times we in by the stories that's trending. Like I said, I only report the stories that hit me, and I'd be like, dang, I'd be like, yo, this trippy. Whether it's funny, trippy, or I'll be bugging off the story, them the stories I report on, because I'm like, it's getting weird. So I just be relaying the message that I be seeing. So when we see this story, okay, boom, a 14-year-old girl is being charged with aggravated murder charges after she kills her dad using the same firearm he kept inside their home. And they said that the father's dark secret was revealed. And many are hailing the daughter as a hero for her actions. They say the girl was arrested and formally charged with aggravated assault, but not everyone believes that the charges will stick. And according to the reports, the father was abusive and a drunk. Basically, the father was beating on the kids and beating on his wife. And the gun that Brescia used to kill him was the same gun that the father used to use on them. The father used to always pull a gun out on them and threaten the lives of everyone in the house. So he always would take his pistol and point it and wave it at his family, threatening them, you know, and that led to his destruction. But the point is, Bretta's mother made a statement saying, she is my hero. She said the 14-year-old daughter is her hero. And she said, I was not strong enough to get out of the situation, and she helped me. the family suffered the abuse of Jonathan. And they also had tried to escape in the past from his violence, but were unsuccessful. They probably have enough money to get away from him. You dig? And they also had a protective custody, not a protective custody, they had a protective order against him 5 years ago, but later the wife dismissed it, you know? So he was very abusive. He probably brought home the bread and butter, and they had to deal with a lot of his stuff, but he would get drunk, and he would wave the pistol around and threaten the whole family. So one day, the young girl said enough of that, and the young girl smoked his ass. And listen to the story how the mother said she didn't have enough heart. The mother sat back and watched the family get tormented for years. But it was the daughter that was 14 years old that picked up the hammer and let it go. We also have another example of live by the gun, die by the gun. This is something I was also looking into yesterday when I was getting into the whole science of peace of mind. And I read a statement where it said it was somebody had made preference to when you have a gun, it's a false sense of security, and you actually don't have a peace of mind when you got a gun. And then the first thing I thought about is like when you got beef. When you got beef and you got to always keep a gun on you, you never in a peace of mind because you always got to watch your back. At the same time, that same gun you got around is putting you in a certain place where you're going to attract certain things. And I got a saying, which I was taught, is called metal attracts metal. That's why most people that live by the gun, they die by the gun. And a lot of times when you always waving and brandishing firearms and playing with guns, 9 times out of 10, something bad gonna happen. Either sometime your own kids pick up that same firearm and take themselves out because you the one that brought that energy around. So being that this father was constantly waving a firearm at his family every time he got drunk, threatening them, the young girl one day picked up that gun and blew his brains out with his own gun. And guess what? If he never would have had the gun in the house, or he would have had it tucked away nice, not, playing with it, that would never happen to him. He probably put their life in fear many a days. Just imagine somebody drunk with a gun, waving a gun at you. Salute, Gap 2, Gangsta Ice. Gangsta Ice, what up? So imagine somebody waving a firearm at you. So back to the case yesterday with Black China. Remember, she lost the case because in court, they said that she put a gun to Rob Kardashian head. See, some people like to play with guns. Some people like to use the gun because it gives them a sense of power. But the 14-year-old girl is being praised as a hero. The mother says she's a hero. The aunt says she's a hero. And because of that, in the court of law, these charges might eventually be dropped. They say the charges might get dropped because come to find out, the man was very abusive and waving on firearms for years. He was doing them dirty. So we also see what these domestic violence cases. Yesterday, we spoke on the 60-year-old man that shot the 16-year-old in the house, the female. In this situation, the 14-year-old female shot the daddy. Domestic violence has been increasing in the pandemic. Situations are going bad. Families are turning on each other. People are struggling. And it's getting ugly out here. But the lesson to this story is, if you do have firearms, you have to put them up. And another thing we got to understand, this is a harsh reality. This is real. Like, we always hear about gun crimes, and they want to get the guns off the street. But at the end of the day, a lot of the gun violence happen in homes with people that are licensed owners. Sometimes the licensed owners of guns do the most. Sometimes their kids be the main ones getting killed by the guns in their own house. Sometimes they shoot their wife when they get pissed off. Sometimes the wife shoots the husband when they get. These be legal guns that do most of this nonsense a lot of times. Because you know why? Some of them are dysfunctional families, and they bring guns into the house, and therefore that's a recipe for disaster. A lot of times that's what happens. So they're saying live by the gun, die by the gun is very real. That's not just something made up. Live by the sword, die by the sword. These are real sayings. And we do know one thing. When a gun is not in the possession, it teaches you to be a faster thinker, a better thinker. When a person got a gun, the first thing they think is gun. When the police are dealing with a situation and somebody pull a gun, what's the first thing they say? Gun. Then they start blazing. Blah, blah, blah. But maybe if they didn't have them guns on them, they would have thought things out. Just a little second, go look. Okay, that might not be a gun. That might be a cell phone. Okay, he might be reaching to get his ID. When somebody say gun, boom, gun, they're gonna blaze. Because when you live by the gun, you don't really think as much. You don't really think things in and out because you think the gun is the problem solver and you quick to pull the trigger. This is just instincts. But my point is, this is a situation that happens a lot in America. You dig? And a lot of it is not always on the streets. See, a lot of time in the streets where guns go off, it's because of beef. It's because of street activity. But a lot of time when gun violence takes place in houses or at homes, it's domestic violence. Or a lot of time it's stupidity. You know, the parent ain't locked the gun up. Child got the gun. Boom. You always playing with the gun in front of the kids. They know exactly where you got the gun at. They know where you stash everything. So when you ain't around, they play with the guns. You see? Or sometime now, it's gonna get to a point now. I'm gonna be real. Because it's like when I was young and I learned how to box and fight, I didn't listen to my mother no more. I ain't listening to my step. I start weaving and ducking. The same way now, when your kids get old and you teach them to play with guns, now they gonna start buckling on you because I know how to shoot now. I ain't trying to hear what you're saying. So you gotta watch what you out here doing too. These kids now, if your kid is 16, no, you can't tell your kid nothing now. If they get 16, 17 and they got a gun, you really ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing. What? I smoke your ass. Whatever, mom. Whatever, dad. That's how I go. Because once they get to a certain age, they get, you understand? You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell your child nothing when they, you know, we've been through this. Once we learn how to fight, man, we wasn't trying to hear our parents beating on us no more. Well, what you think will happen in the world of guns? Once they start toting them guns or they start going to the range and playing with guns, you ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing. So you got to get them that education so they know how to deal with them guns. That's just being real. That's like if I got my daughter and I teach her to shoot and she toting firearms, and then when I want to tell her something and I'm trying to, you know, check on something she's doing, she want to get grippy on me because she feel like, Dad, who you talking to like that? I ain't trying to hear that right now. And she get grippy on, I'm like, hold on. Nah, we ain't doing that. So that's why you got to be careful what you're doing. They go a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Go a lot of ways. Now, when it comes to them having self-defense, yes, they have to know how to defend themselves. But it's certain levels of defending yourself. I'm just saying. Guns ain't nothing to play with. When I see a gun, I think of death. You dig? That's why I don't play with guns. God forbid if I pick up a gun, I'm going to do something. I'm not going to play with it. That's how I look at a gun, death. Some people look at guns for other things. I look at guns as death. I ain't going to lie to you. That's why I don't play with guns. That's me. That's called protecting your life. So to each his own. I'm just saying. What up, Josh Shaft? This little nigga had me tripping. Yo, but yeah, phase on love, right? I'm gonna get back into that gun thing with phase on love. Y'all know Big Worm. Big Worm was speaking on a situation with Empire, and he had a good point. He said Empire actors are cursed. Basically, he said that the Empire, that TV show had the juju on it, had roots on it. He said basically the actors from that are cursed and that no one prospered after the show. He kind of got a point. Did not Jesse Smollett get caught up? Who else? What's the other boy that used to rock the fade? The big high top fade. I don't remember his name. His ass went to jail too. He went to jail. He looked like a crackhead. We know Terrence Howard still ain't blow up since. And we know every movie before that, Terrence Howard always got beat up. You dig? So he kind of got a point. We ain't seen Cookie do too much neither. A lot of them ain't really go nowhere. And Lee Daniels another one. Remember, that was a Lee Daniels special. He's another one that's been falling off. That's why he tried to make her with Monique. So that's all I'm saying. He kind of got a point. Big Worm got a point when he say that the Empire Act is a curse. I think there's a lot more to them too. I don't know all of them, but I know that was one of the most wickedest, nastiest shows that ever hit TV. It was trash too. The first season of Empire was all right. The first season was kind of fire. It was straight. But when they started going on and on after like season 1, I couldn't watch that no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's that. But these are the breaking stories right for today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. But I'm gonna speak on something else. And one of the things I'm gonna speak about is, you know, how I tried to bring unity on this YouTube thing. And it sounds corny right now. No, I sound corny because it didn't work. And I don't think it wasn't supposed to work. And that let me see that people never gonna see the big picture. So that's why I'm saying all of this goes together. Everybody want to be rich and famous, but they don't even know how to be rich and famous. They don't know nothing about business. The number one thing the business people don't understand is networking. And it's sad that niggas don't know how to network. Niggas don't know how to network because of many different things. That's why they always playing on the internet work. They playing. They don't never see the big picture. Niggas don't understand about marketing and promotion. Niggas don't understand about sitting in a conference room at a table. They don't understand about building up a brand, selling a brand, buying a brand, collaborating brands. They don't understand that. So when people talk about the hood, this, that, and the third, why we don't got this, why, man, you got examples of why. When you want to know why it ain't no stores, because if I open up a store in the hood, niggas gonna be beefing about which food on the shelf. Man, you selling that bread, you ain't got my bread on here. Niggas gonna be beefing about this juice from that juice. Niggas gonna beef, oh, why you got that potato chip right here? You should have put my potato. Niggas gonna beef about everything. I already figured it out, man. Niggas ain't gonna come together to do nothing but what? Die. That's it. So I realized how I tried to bring unity when I tried to bury the hatchet in the past. You know, some people call it turn the other cheek. I try to squash beef amongst other people. I was trying to bring people together because I seen the big plan. I said everybody got a benefit. Everybody bringing something to the table. I see everybody what they really got. I see people that really got humor. People really got editing skills. People got promotional marketing skills. Some people got vision. Some people got voice. Some people got the power of bringing people together. But then as individuals don't see their own talent and they don't see their own greatness. They don't see the big picture, and what? We get caught up in nigga ways and nigga behavior. So that's why everything now is really starting to burn, and it's called a combustion. You got to remember, this is what I was telling my peoples. I said, look, we actually all try to get out the street. We all come from the street, but now we actually brought the same street behavior online. To the point where now we actually got the police online. But that's not the only point. Everything that niggas did on the street, they doing it online now, except for selling drugs. We know some people, that ain't the point. The point is the same street behavior, the same shit we did on the street, all of that activity is online. I'm talking about even the same behavior. Everything we try to get away from, we always bring it with us, and then wonder why shit fuck up. We wonder why shit crumble. My point is, if I was on a block right now in the hood, and the conversation we have in the hood, and I come online, it's going to be the same exact type of conversation. It's going to be the same type of energy. We brought the streets online. And all of this stuff, okay, all I'm going to say is this. The street activity, we know it ends up to what? Dead or in jail. Now we bringing it online, what it's going to lead to. And it might not just be dead or in jail, but in a way it kind of is, because some people are dying from offline activity, and some people are actually going to jail from online activity. So now we can say that we ran from the streets and we ran online to get away from the streets for entertainment, whatever. But now the streets is online. Therefore, it leaves no room for business. There's no business getting done, really. It's a couple of people doing their thing, and they just doing their thing. It's not even really business. It's just they doing their thing. They winning right now. Or they, you know what I'm saying? They getting their income right now. But it's not a lot of business going on. You dig? So let's break it down. Let's look at it backwards. If we can't do business online, how the hell are we going to do business in the street? How are we going to do business in real life? Or is this just where we at as a people? Where I got a store and I'm worried about what your store making. You dig? That's like, for people in New York, that's like Jimmy Jazz worried about what Dr. J doing. They on the same strip. But Dr. J always going to Jimmy Jazz store trying to see what they got. Jimmy Jazz going to Dr. J store seeing what they got. And then now they competing and beefing. And they trying to steal each other's catalog. And they going at each other. Don't go to Dr. J's, come to Jimmy Jazz. You see what I'm saying? I'm showing you. Niggas are ignorant. So therefore, I'm showing you how business ain't never going to work. We never going to get nowhere as a whole. We're going to get somewhere as individuals. But as a whole, we ain't never going to get nowhere. And guess what? That's how it's supposed to be. Because we in them times right now where you can't buy, trade, or sell. That means nothing you try to do gonna work for you. Get it? Because guess what? You became your own destruction the same way CARDI.B became our own prisoner of fame. We all make selections and choices, and the choices we make are destroying us. And guess what? That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's gonna be. So my point is this. I'm saving my ass. You ever heard that saying, save your own bacon? I'm saving my ass doing what I got to do for me. I be telling y'all that over and over and over again. You got to do what you got to do for you. Then you can help others that want to be helped. Sometimes you can try to help somebody and they don't fucking want to be helped. That's called what? Waste of time. So if I'm trying to build a store, man, maybe I'm trying to build an empire. I'm trying to build a kingdom. Now you might just want to build a shed, but to each his own. But I know the work I gotta put in to build what I'm trying to build. It takes work. It takes ethic. And it might be better to unify, you dig, to get the job done faster. But if the job don't get done accordingly, then you gotta pick up the tools and you gotta put the work in. Nothing happens without putting the work in. So anything you do in life, if it failed or it didn't go right, ask yourself, did you put the right work in? Did I put the right work in? Did I put as much in as I should have, I could have? Did I put the work in? That's something everybody got to ask themselves. Did you put the work in? If you didn't put the work in, then you got to blame yourself. If somebody rolled out opportunities for you and you ain't take them for whatever reason, that's on you. Because remember, opportunities, they like buses too. They come and go. But opportunities don't stay the same forever. But when you always lacking and you always watching everybody else, like I said, it's mad stores on the block. You got a store. Other people on your block got a store, but you always worried about what they store doing. We know this. I done said this before. People from the town know this. You can have a corner store on all four corners. Everybody go to each corner store for different things. This corner store got the loose cigarettes. This store, I like their blunts better. This store, I like their drinks and snacks better. This store, you dig? I like the way they make their sandwiches. They're all four corners. They ain't worried about each other. And matter of fact, the store over there, they got numbers in the back. My point is they all making their money on all four corners, but they ain't worried about each other money, what they doing, and none of that. And sometimes, guess what? Most of the time, they all cool with each other. See? They can come together and say, yo, how much y'all make last week? It's kind of slow for us. Man, we made this month. Man, it was kind of slow for us too. So they network behind the scenes while they taking your money. See? But they want to get, that's why I say hypocrites. Oh, the Chinese come in our hood, they do this. The everybody, the African come, it's always talking, fucking crying about who came to your hood and taking the money, but you ain't doing it because you can't come together in a conversation. You can't even do nothing. So that's why I want to hear none of that black power stuff. I don't want to hear none of that black stuff. Man, that shit is old. You know why? Because niggas always do something and cry about it when after it's all done. They cry. I told y'all before. When Malcolm X tried to help, what happened? He got smoked by his own people. Right? I told you, when Martin Luther King got smoked, his own people lined him up. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's 2022 and you on your own. If you ain't figured that out yet, man, I don't know what to tell you. Ain't none of that. It ain't gonna work. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta save your own ass. If you do not know how to save your own ass, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. I'm sorry for you. If you cannot save your ass, I don't know what to tell you. If you ain't got the recipe on how to cook, I'm sorry. If you don't know how to make the baby formula, you know what's going to happen. The baby going to starve. So there's many ways I could break it down, but some people just don't get it through their head that I'm on my grind. Not for fame, not for money. I see into the future. I see bigger things. See a lot of people caught up in the present. They never see the big picture. Niggas never see the big picture. A nigga is either stuck in the past or they caught up in the present because you was not trained to see your future. You don't know nothing about the future. That's why you don't like sci-fi movies. You don't like sci-fi TV shows. Man, that stuff crazy. It's too weird. I don't understand that. I know that because that's how you was programmed to be. Never understand the future. Get it? That's why that stuff is boring. It's lame. But you want to know about who got shot yesterday. You want to know about who got smoked this morning. You want to know who spent that block. Because you've been programmed to embrace your own fucking destruction. And it's a beautiful sight, ain't it? I know a lot of people like that. They love to see murder and bloodshed. They love it. Every program they watch is murder. Every video they share is murder. Yeah, I talk about these stories because they trending, but I also give a breakdown to what's actually going on within the story. At the same time, I keep it balanced. But I'm talking about some people love murder, mayhem, and bloodshed. They love it. It turns them on. That's why a lot of people are sick. So my point is, no, we ain't all coming together. Why? Because our DNA don't mix. Our blood don't mix. Dig? I like apples, you like oranges. I like hamburgers and you like hot dogs. It's not, we different. I'm just telling you that the first law of nature is self-preservation. It ain't the second or the third, it's the first. If you do not know how to preserve yourself, that means basically you are trash and you're going to be trash. And everybody else is going to trash you because you don't even have enough sense to look out for yourself. You do not know how to preserve yourself. When a woman sleeps with everybody, she's called a whore because she don't know how to preserve herself. When a man is always in everybody's face, always in every circle, he is called what? A dick rider because he does not know how to stay to himself. Don't you understand how this works? It's called solitary confinement. The way some dudes purposely want to get put in a box because they want to be by themselves. And they say once you with yourself, that's actually how you get closer to God. That's actually how you get closer to what you really supposed to be doing. That's why you heard the story of a man that went into the wilderness and prayed for 40 days and 40 nights because he had to be by himself. So I know what I'm doing. And just because that man had to go into the woods and the wilderness for 40 days or 40 nights, it don't mean he was mad at people. It don't mean he was trying to run from nobody. It don't mean nothing. It means that's what he had to do to get himself right, to get closer to God. So he had to know what he had to do. Then he came back to the people and was able to help other people because he got himself right. You hear the stories again and again. Each one of the prophets had to go through their own ritual, their own thing by themselves. Then when they got themselves right, then they came back to the people. Even though some of them got stoned, some of them still got tortured, nobody listened, but they had to go through what we call what? Self-searching. That's why you got to look into the minds of the rich and famous. When you talk about Bill Gates, all these people, man, a lot of them was nerds. What you mean they was nerds? That meant a lot of time they sat up in the crib and they ain't had no friends. They was in a room by themselves. That's how they learn how to crack the computer code. Every person that's of a certain level that we call a nerd or a lame, a lot of times they grew up by themselves. So they had a lot of self-endeavors. They dealt with themselves. While a lot of y'all, a lot of us, we was dealing with everybody, going to clubs, parties. They was considered lame in a house by themselves, getting into it themselves, tapping into great ideas. You dig? Your greatest ideas come when you by yourself. Come when you shutting up. That's why when you always talking and running your fucking mouth, all you doing is tiring yourself out. You're not inputting, your output. It's output, input. You know that. Everything is input, output. But when you always outputting, when are you getting input? You always outputting. So when you give a lot of output, you always end up what? Drained. And that goes into a lot of different things. So my point is, I tried to bring unity. But I had to realize that the reality is, man, everybody ain't going to come together because it ain't supposed to go down that way. I'm talking about even the people that call themselves don't like me or got smoked with me, man, I showed them love. You did? I shout people out. I share people's stuff. I've been doing that. But now check this out. Just because I might not share you now, don't take it a certain way. I got to focus on sharing my stuff now. Because I did all that. I got to worry about sharing my content. Because I'm sharing other people's content more than I'm sharing my own content. You get it? But it's not about sharing. That ain't the only way to support. Now, it's one thing when you share somebody that can't share their own because they don't have enough watch time and they don't have enough subs. There's nothing wrong. But I can't worry about sharing people that got, you know what I'm saying, more subs than me. They got their own. You see what I'm saying? We all got distracted with that. My peoples know I told them that. You did? We sharing other people's stuff. Why don't we share our own stuff? What the hell does it make sense to be a content creator? You create content. You don't share your shit, but you share everybody else's shit. So I light bulb went in my head. I got to start sharing my stuff more because my stuff ain't reaching enough people. Let me start sharing my stuff more. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to share my people. But I'm telling everybody that makes content, focus on sharing your own stuff. And share other people's stuff too. But focus on sharing your own. Because some of y'all do got a nice vault. Some of y'all do got material. And y'all sitting on it. You ain't putting it out there. You did? So that's all I'm saying. So I look back. I was sharing people's stuff while I was sharing my own stuff. And where that get me at? They ain't get me nowhere. Nothing. So that's why I salute the bro like Wax Dog. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Wax Dog pull up. He support. He promotes. He do it for a lot of people. You did? I ain't never asked Wax Dog to do what he do. He pull up. He support. Just like Juice, he support. Got all y'all support. All y'all that be in the chat, y'all all support. So people don't understand, I got a family thing type of thing going over here. That's why you won't see the same people in the chat. There's people that watch. Everybody that watch don't come in the chat. They spectators. Some of my people that spectate, they my peoples too. We talk behind the scenes on real life. So I know my channel is designed how I wanted it to be. I know how I got my channel set up. You can't compare my channel to nobody else's channel. I got my channel how I want it to be. Therefore, I know how to run it. And it's something else I'm doing them knowledge to. And I'm going to tell y'all all right now that I'm going to tell you this. I've been watching certain things. And I'm going to tell y'all, I meant to tell you, don't block nobody. Don't be in here blocking nobody over your personal reasons. If that person does not violate, don't block nobody. Unless I tell you to block them or I'll block them myself. I'm saying I'm starting to feel like people coming in my chat blocking people because of their own personal endeavors. You dig? And you playing with my numbers. So I don't want to go on a taking a wrench spree because I might have to take all the wrenches just to see who's doing the fuck shit and then give them all back. I don't know. But I'm saying this. I'm watching my numbers and I'm seeing something funny. And I'm feeling like niggas are coming in my chat blocking people. You did? So I'm going to say it one time. Don't be in my chat blocking people for your own personal reasons. That's all I'm saying. And you need to get some thicker skin. And if they are, that's all I'm saying. We know who to block. Somebody coming here trolling crazy, doing all type of stupidity. You know they stupidity. Yeah, but you can't block nobody just because they got an opinion or they disagree. You did? Somebody disagree with me, you ain't got to block them. But somebody coming here on clown behavior, I know what clown behavior is, but my point is, just because you and so-and-so got into a beef another channel or you don't rock with that person, don't just block them off the rip because you see what I'm saying? You playing with me right now. And I'm going to go through my channel today and I'm going to do some research and I've been watching. Because I'll be watching my numbers and something looking suspect about how my numbers are moving. And it ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. I'm not stupid. I know how this thing works. So I'm going to say it again. Don't block nobody that don't supposed to be blocked. Especially if we going live and I'm right here. Because I do not want to take people's wrenches away. I'm not playing on that. I don't want to have to do that. But I'm feeling a certain way, and I'm not going to make no false accusations, but I'm doing my homework. That's all I'm going to say. And y'all already know it's love. But at the same time, things are getting hectic out here. That's why some dudes got to take wrenches back. It ain't personal. It's just what it is. Everybody's acting shady. Everybody's moving different. Everybody is out here playing. So, man, some people call it warfare. Some people think they undermining situations. No. But I'm just telling you, I'm doing my homework and I'm paying attention and I'm going to find out what's popping. And I'm going to say this too one more time. Don't be blocking people for your own personal endeavors. And if you rock with me like that, I'm going to tell you right now, all my moderators, you should be locked in with me on the gram. All my mods, all my mod family, you should be locked in on me on the gram, locked into me on the gram. That's how we communicate. You feel me? So that's how I know who's who. And if we not tapped in on the gram and we ain't got a line of communication, then you might become a suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. But I know who my supporters is. I know all y'all. You dig? That's all I'm saying. So I had to get that out because I didn't want to forget that point. But like I said, I tried to bring unity. You know, I came out saying, speaking my piece and speaking on certain situations because nobody was talking about it. See, that's something else you're going to learn about me. Let me break that down. I talk about what people don't talk about or want to talk about. If you notice something about me, I don't follow trending topics like that. Meaning I don't follow YouTube trends, you see? I don't talk about what everybody's online already talking about. I try to break different stories. Or if I see a nigga online, he got a certain behavior, nobody's checking that nigga, everybody know he's full of shit, I'm gonna be the one to say something, just like in real life. Because I'm not a fake nigga. See? I don't gotta be your friend, nigga. It's like in real life. Y'all niggas will be on the block, know this nigga's a fraud, know this nigga's a rat, all type of, you still hang with him, won't say nothing. I'm gonna be the nigga say, yo, bro, niggas say you snitching, bro. Yo, niggas say you did this. What's up with that? I'm gonna check the nigga. That's what I do. So when I'm online, I'm gonna do the same thing. So when I came in the game, I was just checking situations that niggas wasn't checking. I ain't wasn't trying to bring no smoke or no beef to nobody. I was asking questions like, what's up with this nigga? What's up with that? And every nigga had the right to check me back. Every nigga had a right to respond. Every nigga had a right to feel a certain way. You know why? Because I could take what I dish out. So my point is, I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm not saying copping a plea. I know how I came in the game, but all I'm saying is I was coming in doing what I'm doing right now. Is I'm speaking on certain things that need to be spoke on. That's it. Not beat a dead horse. I'm not here to try to destroy nobody. Man, this ain't real life. I'm not gonna see a nigga from the internet in real life and blow a whole clip at him. Shit ain't real to me. Like, it ain't that serious. You dig? But people took this internet thing too far, and they took the fun out of it. That's what I'm saying. It's not fun no more. This shit was fun. It was funny. In the beginning, it was. This shit ain't fun no more. It ain't funny. So that's why I say ain't no more time to play. If I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it for real, or shut this shit down and get a day job, nigga. Get 3 jobs a day. Fuck it. And sell some weed on the side. Fuck it. Shut it down. So I know what I do. I can't speak for everybody else. Because I told you, if I had to depend on a YouTube check, I'd be fucking homeless right now. I'd be starving. That's me. Because I got integrity. I'm not going to be like CARDI.B and be a prisoner of my fame. Some of y'all made yourself a prisoner of fame over YouTube fame. Let's keep it a band. Bro, let's keep it solid right now, bro. Anytime the internet, this YouTube thing, bringing situations into your real life, that means it went too far. If a person dies over the internet, anything, I'm just saying, I'm talking about the whole spectrum. We see everything that's going on. Even of the big lawsuits, we see everything that's going on. My point is, once this internet comes into your life, man, that means something went left, something went wrong. It went too far. This is supposed to be for entertainment. This is supposed to be for fun. So once it ain't fun no more, then what's the purpose of it? There's really no purpose no more. Because now you become a prisoner of fame. You become a prisoner of the damn internet. It ain't fun no more. So my point is, that's where we at with it right now. So all I'm saying is, all I'm doing is doing what I do and doing me, because I'm a hustler. You dig? I do what I do. Not only a hustler, I'm a person. I give back. I look out for people. I don't want nothing back. I'm straight, because I understand how blessings work. I understand how things work. So me cooking, I'm gonna share the meals. You dig? But at the same time, I gotta cook for myself, because I can't depend on nobody else to cook for me. You dig? So yeah, I'm going on right now, but all this I'm saying is, I tried to bring unity on different levels, different people. I tried to squash beef. Everything I did, it backfired on me, and that shit blew up in my face. So I'm not stupid. So what that mean? That called, nigga, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm still going to network with my people. I'm still going to build with my people, but I got to do what I got to do. I got to put things back in order. I got to fix up my house. My house got raggedy, all right? Now I got to fix my house up, and then I can deal with others. That's what it is. Everybody should do the same exact thing. That's why I'm telling people. Each one teach one. Do the same thing. Build your own house up. Fix your crib up. Stop worried about everybody else's crib. You dig? And for the people that do what you do, you do what you do. Either way, like I said, it don't affect me. I just know how to stay out the way. When niggas get to shooting, I know how to get out the way. Because I know they ain't shooting at me. But if I get shot by mistake, oh well. Or if I get shot on purpose, I know how to handle that. My point is, when beef cooks, sometimes you gotta let the beef cook, you know? And also, we already know once it go to certain levels, you gotta mind your business. I'm talking about street activity. I'm talking about all of this stuff. Because a lot of inquiring minds want to know. Fame is handling his business. That's what he's doing. Real life business, brand business, and at the same time, keeping myself in order. Because I notice I start backtracking. And if I start backtracking, that means eventually, next thing you know, now I'm back on the street. Contradicting myself, being a hypocrite. Going backwards instead of forward. The future is forward, going backwards is the past. My point is this: now the past can end your ass up in the ground. So a lot of y'all don't know how to advance. You don't know how to upgrade. You gotta upgrade. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Salute America Links. I wasn't even looking, bro. Appreciate that, bro. Salute. Tommy D, what's up? All I'm saying is, I tried to bring unity to all people. The people that, if y'all forgave me for shit I said about you, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no smoke. But people that feel a certain way about me, you still got hate, that's cool too. You did? But I'm just letting people know I did try to bring a lot of people together, and I did bury the hatchet, but some people was holding grudges. So if a person got a grudge, and this goes in life, if a person got a grudge, there's nothing you can do about that. When a person got a grudge, you just leave them alone. You did? Because they never going to let go. I got friends I grew up from back in the day, and they still holding a grudge, talking about, bro, remember that time, this and that. I'm like, bro, nigga, we was 10 years old. What you talking about? Niggas hold grudges. A nigga be mad at you because you took his girlfriend in the 7th grade. Nigga still got that grudge. Man, that's what black people do. They hold grudges. So I can't fault nobody for holding a grudge, but when somebody show they petty and they hold grudges, you gotta leave them alone. And a lot of y'all hold grudges. Y'all don't let shit go. You'll say you let it go, but you don't let it go. Therefore, I can't rock with you like that. And another thing is, a lot of y'all talk too much. You dig? You talk too much. If you took the same energy that you use for talking to upload a video and talk over some content, you'll be better off. So that's what I said I need to do. Instead of doing a lot of talking, let me start talking and making content more. Let me start running my mouth a little bit more, and maybe it'll get me somewhere. Because all that talking ain't gonna get you nowhere. And a lot of niggas are talking too much. And I already said this, bro. I'm just talking in general. It's about to be summer. I want to enjoy my summer. I don't want to be sitting back still talking and ain't shit getting done in my personal life. You dig? Because all this talking shit ain't getting none of us nowhere. Nowhere. As a community, as a people, as a race, we are the masters of talking. We love to fucking talk. But where's that shit getting us? That shit wastes time. And time is money. So that's why I say, what are we talking about? We really ain't talking about nothing that's going to equivalent into no dollars making sense. And a lot of y'all niggas be talking too much. A lot of y'all niggas be pillow talking. That's a whole nother special I'm going to do on that. Pillow talking niggas. Pillow talking and stalking. Niggas talk too much. And when my point is it's one. See, remember, communication is one thing. Communicating, that's different. But when you just talking, man, they say talk is cheap. And talking goes into rambling, meaning you just saying a bunch of nothing. So my point is, a lot of people are talking too much. And when you're talking, that means you're not being militant. When you was in a class, you was told not to do no talking. You was told to shut up. That's how you learn. But when you're always talking, like I said, output, you ain't getting no input, meaning ain't nothing going in your brain. You ain't understanding what's going on because you ain't even taking the time to analyze what's going on because you always talking. I'm saying this to my people out here in the world. Stop fucking talking so much. Shut up. I'm being real. Because it's not he say, she say. No, excuse me. It's not she say, he say. It's not he say, she say, she say, he say, meaning a lot of niggas are repeating shit that they get from women, you know? It's not he say, she say, it's she say, he say. Let me clarify that. When you tell a woman something, she's not going to repeat that shit as fast as you think she is. That's why I'm going to be real, even down to the streets, women hold some of the most secrets. You see, the woman know in the streets who really suckers and who ain't. They really know who got beat up. They remember. The woman be knowing a whole lot. I'm telling you, the woman know. The woman has seen niggas cry. The woman has seen niggas vulnerable. The woman knows a lot, but women don't tell like fast niggas think they do. I know this. You got women that could be in situations to get niggas' life and they won't say nothing. We know about women that take charges off of niggas in due time. But it's the nigga that always tells everything that she said. It's the nigga that tells everything that he said. Niggas tell everything. So it's not he say, she say, it's she say, he say. Because 9 times out of 10, what a chick tell a dude, his ass gonna run his fucking mouth. That's just how it go. If I committed a vicious act and it was a man and a woman and both of them had to go to the homicide, I'm going to have more faith in that woman than that man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I know she going to want me home. That nigga going to want me gone. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Man, it's a science. You take it or leave it. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying no woman are perfect. I know it's some foul woman out here that will sell your ass out. Let me clarify that. It is some women that do gossip and run their mouth and start drama and get. I know that too, yes. But I'm just saying when it comes down to it. Good morning, Melly Mel. I'm just saying when it comes down to it, it's really she say, he say. So my point is, when a man's always talking, he can't hold his water. 9 times out of 10, he can't be trusted because he's not militant. Even if you're in the Secret Service, if you're in the FBI, you're in the CIA, they have to know they can trust you not to run your mouth. You have to be quiet. Same thing, we know when you take an oath and you're dealing with the so-called mate, whatever, fraternity, you got to shut up. It ain't got nothing to do with just because they shutting up, they holding secrets all the time. Sometimes you have to shut up to preserve your integrity. A person that runs their mouth has no integrity. You dig? You can't trust them with nothing. These are some of the people who want to know everything about you, so one day they can tell everything on you. It's just what it is. So you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know who you're talking to. And you also have to watch what you say. But the point of the matter is men are doing too much talking and not enough action. Now, you can talk if you're working harder than you're talking, because maybe you're working outside you're talking. But when you're always talking, that means you actually ain't getting nothing done. That's like a person always saying what they're about to do, but don't never do shit. And then that's why I'm never going to tell you what I'm about to do. I'm just going to do it. And when you see it, you see it. I'm not going, I've always been like that. I've never been a type. That's me. That's me. I'm not bragging. I never tell a person what I'm about to do. I've never been that way. You did? Now, some people say, yo, I'm about to go cop some Jordans. Yo, I'm about to go do this. Yo, I never been that. I just get and pop out with it. That's me. Always been that way. Because when you pop out with it, it's more astonishing. You did? It's more humbling. Damn, I didn't even know you had that. I didn't even know you did that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I just do. I don't talk about what I'm about to do, because then when I don't do what I say I'm about to do, I'm going to look like a fool. Also in a relationship, when you constantly telling somebody what you're gonna do, we gonna do this, and you don't never do the shit, you making yourself like a damn fool. That's why you ain't supposed to say what you're about to do. You just do shit. Don't say, yeah, baby, we're gonna go out on Friday, and then Friday come, you making excuses. You ain't trying to go out, I'm tired. Don't say nothing, just surprise on Friday. Come on, baby, get dressed, we about to go out. You see? I'm gonna teach you niggas some game. That's how it works. You don't tell a nigga, when I see you, it's lit, nigga, I'm gonna blow you, it's on when I see you. I ain't gonna tell that nigga nothing. If it's lit, when I see him, pop goes the weasel, nigga. I ain't gonna tell you what I'm gonna do before I do it. That's your nigga's problem. That's why I say y'all talk too fucking much. Don't put me in that category. All right? I'm talking good or bad. That's all I'm saying. Y'all talk too much. And that's part of your own self-destruction too. And what they say, what you say or do will be used against you in a court of law, or it will be used against you in a court of what? Public opinion. That's right. You never know. That's right. Never let the right hand know what the left is doing. And that's in the scriptures too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these sayings right out the book. A lot of people don't know that. But they think they're supposed to tell everybody everything. You're not supposed to tell everybody everything. Now, when the time is something serious, you're supposed to tell. You're supposed to tell your loved ones. But they're supposed to know everything, because not only that, that's another way of you dragging them into your shit. And as a man, sometimes a man has to handle his own handle. And sometimes as a man, you can't always put your problems on everybody else. You can't put your burden on everybody. Because that's really what it's all about when it comes to keeping certain things to yourself. It's not about you hiding the truth. It's sometimes you got to handle that so that other people won't be worried. But guess what? Some people like for other people to worry just like them. They want everybody worried. This is situations of life. I got to break this down. This is what goes on. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are facts. Like, life is every day is a learning lesson. These things got to be spoken about. This is what happens. You dig? We always putting burdens on other people. We put burdens on our loved ones, our family. People put burdens on you. I don't want nobody else's fucking burden. I've been carrying burdens my whole life. I got a whole lot of luggage, and I left that shit. I'm not carrying nobody's burden, and I'm not passing no bones, none of that. Because that's what I had to do to get myself in a sense of peace. That's why I've been rolling by myself. I've been rolling by myself, damn, this is like 2009, 2010. If I ain't with a female now, I'm going to tell them by myself. When it comes to niggas, the bros, if we ain't making no money, if we ain't hustling, we ain't handling no smoke, man, we ain't going to party, man. What else is there to do? We ain't talking about sport. Ain't nothing else to do. I'm by myself. Because that's better for me. I learned when you stay by yourself, you stay out a whole lot of trouble. When you by yourself, I'm telling you say, but man, you sleep good at night. Because now I ain't got to worry about this nigga problem, that nigga problem, this nigga problem, that nigga problem. I'm telling you, this is my life story. It ain't got shit to do with acting different or being funny or acting grimy or, conspiring. I'm just saying this is real life situations. I done dealt with this in real life. Because one thing I learned about in this world, when you fucked up and you going through some real shit, man, ain't nobody gonna be there for you. And it's not even that they're not gonna be there for you. Sometimes you could be in a situation where they can't do nothing for you, but say, don't worry about it, it's gonna be all right. They can't do nothing for you. They might want to, but they just can't. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said yesterday, for those that tapped in, you have to know the ledge before you fall off the edge. Once you fall off that edge, there's nobody can save you. Not even your best friend, not even your brother, your sister, even your girl, your wife. Once you fall off that edge, sometimes there's nobody can save your ass. You done. So therefore, you got to make the right move so you won't fall off that edge. Because you heard the saying, what? If so-and-so jump off the bridge, you going to jump off the bridge? That's called self-preservation. We was just taught these things through different cliches. That whole statement was about hold your own, do your own thing sometimes. You can't always do what everybody else doing. You can't be a fucking follower. You can't worry about what other people doing. It's like sports. You got different teams. This team ain't gonna be worried about what that team doing. They're gonna stick to their own game plan so they can win the game. They trying to get the championship just like them. They ain't worried about what they doing over there. Man, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to win a championship, you gotta have your own playbook. You gotta have your own playbook. You gotta study your own plays. That's why when we trapping, we get money in the street. It's called making plays, nigga. You make a good deal, you make a good lick, you get a nice piece of money. I just made a play. But the plays I'm making came out of my playbook. What's my playbook? The recipe or the blueprint I put together to win at what I'm doing. So if you ain't got no playbook, you ain't gonna win anyway. You freestyling. You can't win like that. Or you think you just because you on a team, you gonna win, but you ain't study the plays, that ain't gonna work neither. See? Some people around just for the fucking ride. But when they gotta drive the car, they don't know where to go at. They don't know the directions. They gotta put on a GPS. I'm talking real shit. I've never been a follower. That's how I learned the hard way. You dig? Oh, we already spoke about this nigga yesterday. He getting beat up. He getting extorted. Back to this. Now, all this to say that Cardi.B is a prisoner of fame, right? She's a prisoner in her own mind. She actually could do whatever she want to do. She's just scared. You get it? So even though she's a prisoner of fame, she's also being used as a tool and a slave, and she's a pawn, and she represents the whore of Babylon. So if Cardi, you ever hear this video, or somebody ever tell you, you being manipulated and used as the whore of Babylon, that's why you blew up off of being a whore, or should I say make a whore music. I'm not going to say you grew up off being a whore, because that would be wrong. I don't know what you did. You know what I'm saying? I can't say you had a lot of sex with a lot of men. But you did say how you as a woman used to put stuff in niggas' drinks and rob them in hotels. You did say that. So I also know a lot of your music they use to promote whoreism to the young girls. That's it. And all of that brought her fame and brought her a lot of money. And it's really nothing she could do at this point because she's under contract and they own her ass. So now she's saying she has not been able to be herself since 2014. That's 8 years. 8 years. That's like an 8-year bid. That she, and you got to remember, most of that time, they always in the house. They in the crib most of the time. Only time they really get that, they go outside really when they go on vacation. Other than that, man, they be in the crib most of the time in the backyard. It's like a facility. A mansion ain't nothing but like a big facility for them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. Why you think some drug rehabs look like mansions? It's the same thing. It just look prettier than a penitentiary. But that's like a prison for them. You get it? Why you think when NBA YoungBoy on house arrest, he in his mansion, he in his house. The boy 6'9", he came home, he's in his house, but it's still his prison. They really can't come outside like that. So really, when you say that saying I'm outside, that's really clowning the rappers because they can't come outside like that. You see what I'm saying? They can't come out without security. They can't come out without an entourage. They can't really do nothing. Cardi.B would never know how it feels to just go to the park and play with her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Just her and her daughter playing in the park. She'll never be able to do that. Get it? So she is a prisoner of her own fame, and she says she has not been able to be herself since 2014. That also means she basically been having to live a fake life. She probably wants to come back home like Dorothy, but she's caught up trying to walk down a yellow brick road, being finessed by the Wizard of Oz. And once again, for those that didn't see earlier, she's dressed up like the Queen of Babylon, who is the whore of Babylon. And this is the image right here as well. The whore of Babylon. That's a whole nother lesson within itself. I can break all this down, and we ain't got to go there right now. I'm going to show you this energy is actually this energy right here. You dig? And it's a demonic frequency, all right? It represents the dark side. That's why she represents the whore. This is the woman they tried to use to turn out all your young women. Turn them all out. put the spirit of Jezebel amongst all of their souls. You dig? That's what she's being used for. Whether she like it or not, whether she knew it or not, that's what it is. And if she say she don't want to betray that image no more, we'll sit back and watch what happened to her. Other than that, man, Cardi.B says she's a prisoner of her own fame. She's tired of it. And like I said, they was all at the Met Gala. The Kardashians was there. That's why they ain't go to court. All of them been in New York the whole past couple of days, indulging in certain activity. So that's all I'm gonna tell you on that. Also, I spoke on Kanye West on how the preacher is suing him because he sampled the preacher's voice and tried to put it on his album, on the Donda album. You dig? And the preacher ain't playing with him. The preacher said that he did not give him permission. His name is Bishop David Paul Moen. He claims that Kanye West filled out the whole song. He filled the whole song out with one of his sermons of 70 seconds. And they saying it's the latest example of Kanye West in the music industry, sampling people without permission. You dig? And he's suing UMG Records, Def Jam, and Good Music. So the pastor's not playing with Kanye. Kanye got a lawsuit on his ass. And like I said, I thought in my mind, I'm thinking because it's the word, allegedly the preacher would want the word to get out there to the world. But I guess he said he ain't gonna let Kanye West get clout off his words without paying. And maybe he might take that money and give it to the church. We don't know. But Kanye West being served, he's being not only served, he's being sued by a pastor. And that's that. I'm also gonna get into this the last time of this woman who killed her father. You dig? This woman killed her father. She's not no woman, pardon me. She's a little girl. She's 14 years old. This 14-year-old child, and this happened in Warren, Ohio. This 14-year-old girl is being charged with aggravated murder charges after she killed her dad using the firearm he kept to torture them with. The firearm he kept inside their home was the same firearm when he got drunk and high, he would brandish it on his family, you know, and scared them half to death. And they say he's been doing this for years. So one day, this young lady got the heart to basically put her father's brains on the ceiling. And now she's also being praised as a hero by the mother and the aunt and some of the family members. And these are some of the things that are possibly going to get this case thrown out of court, and she's not going to be charged. But right now, she has been charged with aggravated murder. 14 years old. So we can imagine the trauma that this 14-year-old girl had to go under for her brain to even think like that, to pick up that gun and blow that man's top off. With his own gun. Because that's the gun he brought in the home and tried to put them in fear with, put them under fire. That's the same gun that took his ass out. And the mother tried to get away from him before, but she dropped the protection order and came back to him. But he didn't change his ways because remember, a drunk is always going to be a drunk. A drug head will forever remain a drug head until they get help. And I'm going to say this. Some people really are good people. It's just that the drugs turn them into demons. That's the problem. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know if that person's sober. You don't know if that person high. You don't know if they're drunk. You don't know who's who because they always flipping out. So that's what this man did. He was a father to the household. He might have been a provider. He might have been the one taking care of the whole household. But when he get drunk, he turn into a whole other animal and get mad and start brandishing firearms. So this young lady had to drill him, and she took his ass out. And it's sad, but that's what happened. And I'm not going to say it's sad. He shouldn't have been waving no gun at this little girl and the rest of his family. That nigga was a clown. You dig? So this is what happens. And I'm going to say this. If you do have legal firearms in your crib, you need to keep it locked up. You need to keep them stashed. You need to keep them out the cut, and motherfucker, you better not be brandishing no firearms. That goes for men and women. If you know what I'm saying, if you're a woman, don't get mad just because you and your husband argue, your man, or you want to pull out. No, don't do that. Because what y'all gonna do is make yourself like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and y'all gonna be at the house shooting at each other. What you think that movie was about? You dig? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Go see the movie. You see they was blazing at each other. Because that movie also represented domestic violence. And when you see most households now in the hood, they be on some Mr. and Mrs. Smith type of time. Either they fighting each other, trying to cut each other, or trying to shoot each other. That's what happens. Other than that, man, I think I touched on everything. Man, I touched on everything I needed to touch on. Today was kind of a dark episode. It was kind of dark, but this is how it goes sometimes. It is what it is. If you didn't catch it, take it back to the beginning. You know, episode 165, I'm always live, we here. You dig? All I'm going to say is I know and I see and I listen. I know a lot of the games people play. And all I'm saying is I ain't with none of that shit. I'm going to stay on the sideline and I'm going to continue to win. Everybody else, I suggest you do the same. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for staying here in the building, too. Carla McWilliams, what's up? I see the family here. Like I said, the family stays in the chat. You dig? People always going to slide through for different reasons. People going to slide through to show love. Some people going to slide through for a shout out. Some people going to slide through for clout. Some people going to slide through to get some jewels. Or some people got stuff to do, so they going to be in and out real quick. You dig? Some people going to show their support and keep it pushing. But one thing I know is everybody pulls up for their own reason. And I know who family and I know who's in the loop. Other than that, the show goes on. Everything must continue. Salute to everybody, though. You dig? What's up? Mr. X, what's popping? Miss Jackie, I see you, Miss Jackie. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Thanks for tuning in. Danielle Walker, what's up? Ken Thompson. Selena Campbell, what's up? That's right. That's the price for fame, Melly Mel. That's what it is. Look, they want the fame, but they don't want to take what come with it. They don't. They want to take the bag and run. It don't work that way. That's why I don't gotta be Richard Fair. I can stay in a man, I can stay 1,000 there. I ain't gotta be no millionaire. I don't gotta do all that. It's certain levels. You dig? You get what you ask for. When you get in 100 million brackets, you got a lot to come with that. You're going to have so many people in your pocket, so many people around you for the wrong things. Man, you ain't never going to have no fun. L. Blizz, what up? Tony Burberry, what's good? That's right. I know be here in the bushes. That's what's up. See, a lot of people think because people don't be in the chat, they ain't in the building. But I know who be in the building because y'all holler at me in the comments and all of that. You dig? What's up, Shay? What's up? Other than that, man, I think I just about said it all. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. The day continues. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week. We got 2 more to go. That's what's up. Salute American Links. Thanks for the super chat earlier, bro. Thanks for all your support always. But I'm going to say this. And this goes for a lot of people. People need to start paying attention to what they got to do. Put work into what you're trying to build. For good or bad, you got to stop worrying about other people. If we on the block and you watching me sell all my drugs, it ain't going to put a penny in your pocket. You understand? If I got a store and I got the corner wrapped around a corner because everybody coming to get Nikes and you sitting there watching, it ain't doing nothing for you. So you got to understand, no matter how much you watch other people, no matter how much you concerned with everybody else doing, that shit ain't going to do nothing for you. Now, if you get entertained and you get entertained, that's what you're supposed to do. But I'm talking about content creators. I'm talking about people that got brands. Focus on what you got to do. That's it. I ain't preaching. I'm just telling you. Because I'm going to do what I got to do for me. And everything don't always got to be explained either. This ain't no subs. This ain't none of that. Because I know inquiring minds will want to know. So I'm just telling you what it is. You dig? Everybody, if you know how to hustle, get your hustle on. That's all I'm telling you. All right? If you got a voice, let your voice be heard. If you got a talent, display your talent. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Nicole? I see you. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm going to talk on negative. I'm going to talk positive, too. And therefore, you take out how you want to take it. You do what you want to do with it. You dig? You ain't got to hear me at all. Other than that, man, I gave you the recipe. And I'm about to slide out. Thank y'all for all y'all supporting. Everybody that's been from day one. I know the order y'all came in. I know the day ones. I know the people that came middle. I know the Johnny come latelys. But guess what? Ain't none of y'all Johnny come lately. Them the people that's going to come like a year later. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later. They're going to be the Johnny come latelys. But I'm going to have, it's all love though. But I know everybody that's been supporting me from day one. That came, I know as I grew gradually, I know who pulled in the door. And I know who been still here. And I know who been supporting. So I ain't never going to forget y'all, and I do owe y'all. It is some people I do owe y'all. You dig? So y'all just be patient. Like I said, I ain't going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay in the loop. Salute Rondell. Always been supporting the bro. Always supporting me from day one. Ever since we linked up. You always support. You got your own channel, and you always pull up. You be here. You share, but you always here. You know what I'm saying? You be here so much, you would swear you ain't got no channel. You know what I'm saying? So I got to salute you on that, Rondell. You got a lot of things going on. So make sure y'all subscribe to Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. Also, you make sure you download her podcast. You also make sure you sub to all my, y'all know my people are. You make sure you sub to them. Now, I'm going to say this to my people. You make sure you step up your content because it don't make sense of people subbing and your content lacking. It don't make no sense. Same way, if people shout me out, I have a job to make sure I have my content in order, or it just falls on deaf ears. So, with that note, salute to everybody. I appreciate all y'all. Episode 165, we made history again. Yes, Cardi.B is a prisoner of her fame because she is the whore of Babylon. You dig? And therefore, she must do the dirty works of Mr. You-know-who himself. So don't cry now because you're getting your money, you're rich, but when they call upon you, you better fall in line, Cardi. If you don't like it, man, you better change your lifestyle because they ain't playing with you. With that note, the For No Fan episode live 165, and I'm Ghost. 1.